Hello everyone, my name is Fayaz Khan Sahil and today we're gonna solve some MCQs from the chapter cells. This is for O-level examination. Let's start. So in the first question we can see the question states that which two structures are found in all plant epidermal cell? Let me clean it up. Let's start right now. So the options are cell wall and chloroplast. Uh, then cell wall and nucleus, chloroplast and starch grain, nucleus and starch grain. So, what is likely to be the answer? Look, cell wall and chloroplast, that is true. Cell wall is found in all plant cells, right? But chloroplast isn't found in some plants too, right? Some plants, suppose there are some plants which digest insect to get their energy from. They doesn't rely on chloroplast or sunlight for photosynthesis. So in all plant cell, you will always find cell wall and nucleus. Okay. Sometimes starch grain is present, sometimes it is not present, depending on the situation. Let's move on to the next question. Which organelle are found in both plant and animal cell, right? You guys should know about this. What should be your correct answer, right? Let's see the options we have over here. Cell membrane, okay, cell membrane, cell wall, nucleus, sap vacuole. So they said which organelles are found in both animal and plant cells. So you have to remember these two organelles must be present in both of them. Look, it cannot be cell wall because cell wall is present in plants, not in animal. It is cell membrane. So cell membrane is both present in plant and animal, right? So we got one of the answer, right? Now we can choose between A and B. Now A is 1 and 3 nucleus, right? In both animal and plant cell, you will always see a nucleus that is present in both of them. So the answer should be A. Why not B? Sap vacuole. So you can ask, sir, vacuole is present in some animal cell, right? But those vacuoles are in permanent vacuoles, like you see in plant cells, right? Those are very small. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. In a practical lesson, a student makes the following observation about some organism. They are spherical, unicellular. You have to remember this one. They are spherical, unicellular organisms which are visible with light microscope. So, and the diameter is 0.01 centimeter, which is a very important information, right? Cytoplasm is present. After staining, a nucleus can be seen. A vacuole is also present. So what should be your answer? We got options such as bacterium, fungus, plant, virus. Okay, so which option do you think? Look, plant has cell wall. Okay, as the thing has mentioned, is they mentioned cell wall? Let's say I have drawn too much of this thing. I should not. Uh, I'm just starting out, so bear with me. So the organism is spherical in shape. It is unicellular, so it cannot be plant. Plant is multicellular, and it is visible under light microscope. Bacteria are visible under light microscope. It has a very short diameter, which is 0.01 millimeter, so which is very small. Cytoplasm is present, and after staining, nucleus is present, can be seen. Sorry, my voice is little bit cracked. A vacuole is present. So you can see we got option bacterium, fungus, plant, virus. Okay, in virus there is no cytoplasm, so it couldn't be an answer, right? and they have to stain a nucleus. So that always should be a bacterium. Why not a plant? Plant is usually multicellular, right? Plant is multicellular, right? And it couldn't be virus because virus doesn't have a cytoplasm. It couldn't be fungus, right? Fungus has a permanent, it's a eukaryotic organism. It has a nucleus that can be seen. So it should be bacterium. These question papers are from savemyexam.com. You guys could go there and check their question answer. They're very helpful. Now let's look at the another thing. The diagram shows a plant cell. Which structure identifies this is a plant cell rather than an animal cell? This is a very interesting question. Look, both animal cell have a cell membrane, right? Both plant and animal cell. So our structure is cell membrane, cell wall, cytoplasm, nucleus. Look, both animal and plant cell have cell membrane, cytoplasm, and nucleus. So what does animal cell doesn't have? It's cell wall. Isn't it interesting? I hope you guys are pausing the thing and just trying to answer that yourself. Um, let's look at another question. The diagram shows a plant cell. The cell is stained with iodine solution. So this is the nucleus, this is the cell wall, this is the starch grain. So after staining with iodine solution, what are the color of the cell wall and the starch grain? Okay. So, what should be your answer? Look, iodine doesn't stain cell wall. It stains starch grain. So when you add iodine solution, it if starch is present, if starch is present, it will change its color from orange brown to blue black in color. Okay, this is the total color changes as iodine stain starch, right? It is iodine is used for iodine is a test that is used to identify if there is starch present or not. So it doesn't change color in cell wall, so it should be orange brown and blue black, because as starch is present it changes color. Did you guys got it? Now let's move on to another question. uh, the diagram show a cross section through the root and stem of the plant. Okay, so this is the root and stem of the plant, right? What is the tissue T? What is the tissue T, right? So if you studied plant, you will get to know this both T is xylem. Why not phloem? Phloem is present over here. Okay, so it is xylem. And why not is mesophyll cell or epidermis cell? Because you cannot see a epidermis cell over here, right? It is not the structure. Let's look at another question, which is which diagrams show the position of chloroplast and the nucleus of a cell? So chloroplast and nucleus, so it should be plant cell, right? That is a simple thing you guys know, right? So we have option of A, B, C, D. Look, this couldn't be answered because it doesn't have a cell wall. This A, B, C have cell walls, but you can see over here the nucleus is inside the vacuole, which is not true. Look, over here you can see the chloroplast is inside the vacuole. Chloroplast are never inside the vacuole. The option should be C. Nucleus is present outside of the vacuole. Chloroplast is present outside of the vacuole, right? Now let's move on to the next question. Our next question is what are found in plant cell but not in animal cell? This is a very good question. I think we solved a similar one previously, right? What are opposite one? So what are found in plant cell but not in animal cell? Okay, let's start. Cell membrane is found in both plant and animal cell, so this couldn't be an answer. And nucleus is also found in both plant and animal cell, but cell wall is present in plants, and chloroplast is also present in plants, so it should be D. Now let's see another question. A plant is grown in a bright sunlight. Okay, bright sunlight means there should be photosynthesis, right? The diagrams show what is seen in a cell from the leaf placed under the microscope. After a few hours, a leaf from the plant is stained with iodine solution. What did I explain about iodine test? Iodine solution is used. Iodine solution is used to test for starch, right? So now we have a question. So what they did, they put the plant in a very bright sunlight, then they remove, after few hours they remove one of the leaf. So what will be stained blue black? So this is a very interesting question. Look, A is a nucleus. It doesn't contain starch, right? B is an answer. B is cell wall, as we previously solved. C is chloroplast, which is the machinery, and D, starch is stored inside the vacuole. So you can see this portion will turn blue black in color. Blue black in color. Now let's look at another question. Some structure are found in animal cell are listed. Cell wall, cell membrane, chloroplast, cytoplasm, nucleus. So which structure are found in both animal and plant cell? You guys should able to answer this thing. Please pause the video and try to write your own answer. I'm just trying to help you guys how to answer the questions. And bear with me. This is this is probably the third video I'm creating. My plan is to help you guys to get A stars, and it isn't that difficult. You guys always can get A stars. You just need good preparation. Look, they said which structure are found in both animal cell and plant cell. So it should be cell membrane, is both found in plant and animal cell. It couldn't be cell wall, right? It is found in plant cell. It couldn't be chloroplast because it is found in plant cells. Both of them have nucleus, right? And cytoplasm. So it should be 2, 4, 5. Do you have 2, 4, 5? The answer would be D. Let's look at another question. The diagram shows a plant cell. Compare with the rest of the cell. Which row describes the concentration of oxygen and magnesium inside the structure P at the daytime? Okay. At the daytime, oxygen is released. Okay, so the oxygen concentration should be high, right? And magnesium concentration should be high too. Why magnesium concentration should be high? Magnesium is needed for photosynthesis. This metal is needed for photosynthesis. This is needed for photosynthesis. Now let's look at another question. The diagram show a plant cell. So which feature are not found in animal cell? So it should be easy. For example, 1, it should be 1, and if they marked chloroplast, we can write chloroplast as well. 1 and 3 could be the answer. 1 and 3, yeah, 1 and 3 is the answer. Let's look at another question. A human chick cell and spongy mesophyll cell from a leaf are examined under a microscope. Which structure is seen in both cells? So, they take a cell from the human chick and they take a cell from a plant mesophyll cell. So they took a cell from the animal or human. We doesn't consider ourselves animal anymore. So we take a cell from mesophyll cell, right? Which is plant cell, right? So which structure are seen in both cell? Cell membrane should be seen. Nuclear cytoplasm, it should be always A, right? Did you guys get it? The answer is very simple. Now, the diagram represents a cell under a electron microscope. You can see the details in the diagram because of because it's a electron taken from an electron microscope, right? What type of cell is this? Okay, this should be a really easy answer. It should be, if you look at the structure, we can see the endoplasmic reticulum. We can see the nuclear pore. The nucleus is surrounded by a membrane. We can see the mitochondria, Golgi body, animal cell. The outer layer is the cell membrane. This is a simple answer. Okay. Now let's look at another problem, which is the diagram show a typical plant cell after being placed in a concentrated salt solution for 10 minutes. We haven't learned about the chapter osmosis yet, but please do subscribe so that you guys, when the video comes, you guys can watch it and learn from it. It will be very helpful. So, uh, so, so the plant cell is placed in a concentrated salt solution. So these solution surrounding the plant is concentrated, right? Concentrated salt for 10 minutes. Now we have A, B, C, D, cell membrane, cell wall, cytoplasm, vacuole. Which number of structure are partially permeable? That is a very weird question, but it's fine. So you can see after 10 minutes, this is the final image of the plant cells. So which structure is partially permeable? Cell membrane, which is 2. Which is 2, and it is the only answer, D. Excuse me. I have little bit of cold, but I wanted to make a video. Uh, um, the diagram show 3 different cells not drawn to the same scale. They are not drawn to the same scales, right? So you can see which are animal cell. You guys know the answer. This is a plant cell. This is a human sperm cells. This is red blood cells. So the answer should be 2 and 3. Very simple answers. So when a red stain is added to a culture containing both living and dead cell, only the dead cell taken up the stain. Which structure prevent the cell entering the living cell? The answer we got is cell membrane, cell wall, cytoplasm, vacuole. The answer is A. Why A? This is because, as I have told you previously, this is the structure of a cell membrane. This is the bilayer. It allow only specific substance to pass through it, so it is partially permeable, right? In the living cell, this strain particle cannot enter through the cell. However, in the dead cell, the membrane is broken down, so a lot of substance can pass through it. So that is why the answer is A, right? Now let's look at another question. The diagram show a plant cell, right? X, Y. Easy should be. The plant cell become turgid when they take up water by osmosis. In which of these cells does being turgid provide support? So this is a xylem vessel. This is a xylem vessel which provides structural support to the plant. So Y does support structural support and cell X doesn't. So the answer should be B. Look, the plant can maintain its structure through xylem vessel. So if the xylem vessel is turgid, plant can hold its structure, right? That is why answer is B. The diagrams show a plant cell which level structure control the passage of substance in and out of the cell. We have explained it recently. Cell membrane is partially permeable, so it allows one substance to pass through it and it doesn't allow another substance to pass through it, right? So that is why the answer should be B, right? This is cell wall. A is cell wall. B is cell membrane. After cell membrane, we have cell wall. Okay. So this is cell wall, which is made up of cellulose. This is cell membrane, which is made up of phospholipid. So we have question up to this 19. Thank you so much guys for watching this video. Please do subscribe to this channel so that you can get new videos every week. Thank you so much.